You are listening to me talking to myself. Welcome to the podcast where I share useful tools to create more space, more freedom, inner peace, connection, and life on purpose. With the brand new exciting year ahead of us and the past completely behind us, we have this opportunity to redecide and make new choices. Important to know is that we have a new start opportunity whenever we want. We can have a new start in the middle of the year, in the middle of the day, on a Friday, or at the end of the year. We have so much more control over our life than we may allow ourselves to think and believe. We create structures so we can feel secure. We create rules and constraints in our life so we can feel like we have some sense of where to go, when to go, and how to go. We have some sense of our identity and who we are and what we can expect from our own selves and what we can expect from other people. But all of that is self-created. All of that is just created in our mind and confirmed by all the other people in our life and this social experience we call life. Working 8 hours a day, having breakfast, lunch, and dinner, going to school, getting married. This is how the world works, and this is what is normal. And if you have been listening to this podcast, you know that I empower people to question everything. You can keep constraints that work for you and let go of the ones that do not. Follow the rules if they make sense for you and create your own rules if they do not. Keep the beliefs that serve you and question those that are not your truth. So spend some time breaking down all of the false structures and false expectations and false beliefs about yourself, what is possible in your life and what you can do, and not just once a year. I like to do it every week. Redecide, re-choose, and question again what I think is true for me. Do I want to live here? Do I want to do what I do? Can I create more value? Can I think bigger? Questioning what we had always been taught to be true and deciding what we want to be true. As we go into this new year, but also as we make any decision about our life at any time, you can truly have a new start and you can define what that new is anytime you want. You have the right, the ability, and the privilege to change your mind about anything you want to change your mind about, for any reason, at any time. You want to make sure that decision is serving you long term, and you're not changing your mind to escape the discomfort. You get to recommit to your life whenever you want. So as we go into this new year, let's go on a journey to redecide your life. To recommit to the things that you really want and to let go of all the things that you don't. Some of the ways that I keep my life interesting and exciting for myself and I keep evolving and growing is that I'm always redeciding and I'm willing to change. I'm willing to slow down and listen. I'm willing to try new things and explore. I'm willing to question. I'm willing to fail. I'm willing to let go of things and people to create space for something new. I'm willing to dream and visualize and dream bigger. So when you look at your life, think about what are the things in your life that are default things. Things that you just take for granted that you already have in your life. Things that you want, but that you already have, so you have stopped actively wanting them, as they just became part of your identity. We can evaluate this with the things externally in our life and also the things internally. You can question who you are as a person and your identity, but you can also question externally. So, for example, if you had to redecide everything again, so you had nothing in terms of an identity and you had nothing in terms of any things in your life, what would you invite into your life and what would you choose again? Think about your relationships. Who would you invite into your life again? Who would you like to have in your life today? And if you choose to have someone back in your life, how would you be with that person? How would you like to show up with this person? Maybe some of you will just decide, yes, I would pick this person and I would be exactly the same as I am right now. That's great. You have redecided your life on purpose and consciously, and you know that you have what you want in your life. But maybe some people you do not want in your life anymore. Maybe with some people you know the relationship is complete. Maybe some people you know you're not bringing out the best in each other. It is comfortable and familiar, but maybe you grew apart and it is time to let go. And maybe you're bringing each other down. Maybe you have people in your life that you have negative habits with, and this is not the influence in your life that you want anymore. When we redecide, like, I want to spend more time with this person, I want to spend less time with this person, I do not want this person in my life, I do want this person in my life. When we are making these decisions, we need to be clear that we don't need to delete people out of our lives in order to be who we are. We can show up differently, and we definitely do not need to change people, so it's easier for us to not make a decision of letting go. But we also don't have to keep people in our lives just because they've always been there. And sometimes people in our lives aren't even really actually in our lives because we haven't redecided and recommitted to them. We haven't really shown up for the relationship. We have not been present with this person and decided on purpose how I want this relationship to be. So when we redecide about relationships, we can start showing up for it in a way that makes us feel more of who we are and want to be, even if it means saying no and setting boundaries. But decisions create clarity. They remove this draining energy of, I don't want to spend time with this person, but we have been friends for so long, so I should. You can decide how much time you want to spend and how much energy you want to invest in this relationship, and how you want to show up, and if this relationship is complete for you. Also looking at our habits and patterns. What are the things that you do that you love, that you do that you are proud of what you do and you want to keep doing? Maybe it's working out, maybe it's waking up early, maybe it's having a healthy diet and taking care of yourself. Maybe it's working towards your goals. Maybe it's working on your new project. Maybe it's meditating, painting, singing, reading. What is it that you are already doing that you want to recommit, to redecide to do more of? And what are some things in your life that you want to start doing? Maybe it's going to dance classes, maybe boxing, maybe traveling more, maybe starting a new project, maybe starting your own business. And maybe there are some other things you want to stop doing, like working late hours, working on weekends, saying yes if you want to say no, stop overeating things that do not serve you, stop spending time with certain people, stop procrastinating, stop complaining and gossiping. You can decide again right now. Think about your house. Would you buy your home again? Or would you live where you live right now? In this country, in this city, in this part of the city, in this apartment, with these people, or alone? Because we really are choosing it again and again every single day by living in it. Would you decorate it the same again? Look in your closet. Would you buy those clothes again? Would you buy those shoes again? Would you wear this again? And if not, let it go as you let go parts of your old identity. I like moving. In 6 years in London, I moved 9 times. It creates opportunity to redecide about a lot of things. What things do I want to take with me? What area do I want to live in? How do I want to show up with people around me? You can redecide your identity, but also you can do that every single day without physically moving. This is also true for our jobs. Are you in the job you want to be in the business you want to be in? What if we could start all over again? And we can. Would we choose it again? And if we would choose it again, would we choose it the way we are doing it now? Or would we choose it in a different way? Would we show up differently? What about money? Would we choose to have the money that we have? Or would we want more? Do we want to make more, keep more, spend more? Sit down and start fresh and say yes to what you want and no to what you don't want. And notice what comes up for you. What are you afraid of? What scares you? What excites you? What makes you a little bit nervous but you feel like would be amazing for you? Sometimes when we do this exercise, we come up against this challenge where we are going to have to disappoint people. A lot of us are running around being unhappy in our lives because we don't want to disappoint other people. We want other people to be happy about our lives, our parents, our friends, our partners. The choices that you make are for you, for your life. And people may call you selfish because you make choices based on what you want in your life and not what they want in your life. And so it takes a lot of courage to be willing to let people be disappointed, to let people be upset, to let people be mad at you because of the choices that you're making in your life for yourself. So make the choice to stop disappointing yourself and start listening to that inner guidance and what excites you. And decide to not drag people along with you if they don't want to come to where you're going. Other people's opinions and other people's judgments about your life are okay. It's okay for people to be wrong about you. It's okay for people to judge you. It's okay for people not to like you. We obviously don't want to disappoint someone on purpose, but we also don't want to disappoint ourselves on purpose either. And very often, because of our need for connection and our need to be part of a group, it is super challenging for us to separate from a group of people who have seen us a certain way and expect us to act a certain way and want us to live our life in a certain way, so they can feel comfortable and safe and happy about it. It's very compelling to stay the same. It is comfortable and safe. And we settle for surviving instead of actually thriving and creating that amazing experience we could have in our life. There is not better than here. We will feel discomfort either way. There is no there that is better ultimately than here, but there is a there that will keep us evolving and growing. There is a there that will ask us to show up bigger, to feel deeper, to give and create more. And that is what we want to keep doing. Right? And we know that we won't be happy all the time, and this is also not the goal of life. We're human and we want and will experience the whole spectrum of emotions. And we will start seeing sides of the life that we want in a way that we have never seen before. And we will start having experiences in a way that we haven't before. And we will create opportunities to see what our own capacity is, who we can be and who we already are. We need to learn how to let go, and letting go means to let go of how we've always been. We need to let go of the parts of our old identity, which is not easy and not comfortable. People want us to stay the same, and people will remind us of who we've been, and they will define us by who we've been. Oh, you used to do this, and now you don't anymore. You used to like this. You used to dress like this. It is not easy to build new habits and make different choices. But we need to let go of our own identity if we want to grow and evolve into that version of ourselves we want to be. I am a person who wakes up early, so I need to let go of that version of myself that goes to bed late. I need to be willing to let go of that version of myself that is teaching 5 classes every day so I can create space and time for something bigger. I need to let go of that version of myself that is overeating things I do not need so I can be the version of myself who eats for fuel and not for entertainment. I need to be willing to let go of that version of myself who thinks that I can do everything by myself. So I can be that version of myself who is willing to ask for help if I want to create something bigger than me. I need to be willing to let go of the version of myself that thinks that money is hard and I need to work a lot to make a lot of money. So I can become that version of myself that thinks that money is easy and fun. I need to let go of that version of myself that thinks that I want to be by myself, to become that version of myself that wants to be in a relationship. I need to let go of that version of myself that thinks that something is impossible, to become that version of myself that creates possibilities. I need to let go of that version of myself that says that I'm not good enough, to become that version of myself that is confident and is exactly how I should be and where I should be right now. I need to let go of that version of myself that thinks too small, to become that version of myself that sets impossible goals. I need to let go of that version of myself that cares too much about other people's opinions, to become the version of myself that is the leader who shows the way. I need to let go of that version of myself that says yes to things and people, just because this is something that is expected to do. To become that version of myself that says no, so I can say yes only if it's 100% a yes. I need to let go of that version of myself who says yes to people who do not value my time and my service. So I can become that version of myself that only gives my time and my energy to people who do. What is it for you? Identities are created and chosen. It's like an outfit. We are not born with it, we create it. Put on a people-pleasing outfit. See how it feels. See if you want to be identified with this outfit. And change it if you don't. Changing outfits is uncomfortable because it's familiar and safe and what we know. What is your current outfit and what layers do you want to remove? Identities are either created on purpose or other people and circumstances create them for us. In order to truly step into a new identity, we have to let go of the old one. It's kind of working and it's comfortable. In his book, Good to Great, Jim Collins says, "Good is the enemy of great." A lot of things in our life, a lot of outfits are good and are working, but they take up space in our closet for outfits that could be great. We have to let go of what is good sometimes to embrace great, with the possibility to fail. We need to become unavailable to our current life so we can create something even bigger. How good are you at letting go? Letting go of the patterns and the habits in your life and changing them. There are different theories about how long it takes to change a habit, but there's something about commitment that determines how long it takes. Sometimes in our life things happen, we get diagnosed and we decide not to do something ever again. It takes a decision. Not 21 days, not 90 days, a decision, a choice to not do it again. And a commitment to stick to this decision. So what is it you need to let go of? Maybe there is some negative talk to yourself that you need to let go of. Maybe some limitations. Today's the day, a new opportunity. It's end of January. People set goals and set resolutions. And then they're not perfect at following through. So they just give up on them. All or nothing thinking. Whatever your goals are, whatever your commitments are for this year, know that it will not be perfect. And this is also not the goal. You can start again today and make new choices today. And we don't choose to see our failures as opportunities to quit. The failures are part of the process and part of the success. Quitting is not going to get us there faster, but failing actually is, if you take the opportunity to learn from the failure and utilize it. 2023 is going to be the best year of my life. I have committed myself to that. So far, it already is. I am looking at my plan for this year, and I love what I see and feel. A bit of fear and excitement. Let's grow as much as we can. Let's evolve as much as we can. Let's live as fully as we can. And let's choose our life on purpose. Thank you for being curious. If you enjoyed listening, rate, review, subscribe, share, and join the conversation. Do not miss out on yourself, your power, and what is possible for you.